We've known for a long time that the three heroes were coming back, Chris, Jen, and Matthias. But in Mercenaries 1, they didn't have much characterization. There wasn't a lot of dialogue. They didn't appear in cutscenes, really, except for a handful. Now we have a more robust story. We have cinematics. So we get to know these characters a lot more. And so that meant we had to figure out who these people were, and what their motivation was, and what their background was.
Is there anything backstory that you want to talk about?
Yeah, I don't like backstory stuff. In the process of working on Mercs 2, I came to the conclusion that that stuff's crap. Right? It takes the play. It's easy and it's cheap, and it takes the place of what we should be concentrating on, which is what's this guy's personality? What's his attitude? What's his motivation? Unless you're stuck in a load screen, you have nothing to do, so you might as well read the character's backstory. I think it's nowhere near as interesting as meeting the dude and seeing his attitude and hearing him talk for the first time. If I meet you, right, I don't look at you and go, oh, that guy went to Yale, or that guy doesn't like his mom, or whatever. I get a read based on the way you hold yourself, the way you talk, stuff like that, and that's what we want to communicate to the artists. That's what we want to communicate to the players. We try to make sure that each hero kind of represents one axis of the mercenary experience. So there's Matthias, who's just purely motivated by destruction. He's basically an anarchist. Chris is the jaded moralist, and then there's Jen, who is kind of the refined British assassin mercenary. Her primary motivation is money. She makes no secret of the fact that that's the most important thing in the world to her. That's the only thing she thinks makes any difference. She doesn't care about politics, she doesn't care about morality, she thinks that's all crap.
She's more of a character that likes to spend money on nicer clothes, nicer cars, things like that. She's more of a fashion-oriented character. She's got more of the leather boots, leather jacket, things like that. Her basic equipment also that she comes with is also much more sleek, stylish, more cutting edge. Obviously, the best that money can buy. Jen has been a real challenge because we really wanted to make a character that is sexy and very strong, a female character in the game, but we didn't want to obviously do the traditional, people complain a lot about video games about big boobs and, lots of flesh and stuff like that. So we really wanted to make a really strong character and design for a character that's like a girl who can take care of herself. She's surrounded by guys and stuff, but she can hold her own and everything in a combat situation.
She's smoking hot, but that's not something that she values, right? She values skill in the field and money. So she knows, this comes out in the dialogue in a couple of places, she knows the effect her looks have on people, and she's willing to use that to get what she wants, but it's not something that she cares about. It's not something that motivates her at all.
Jen went from secret agent, I believe. I think they showed her secret agent, because originally the concepts that I saw for her, I think, were like secret agent stuff.
Her background still is, I'm trying to remember, I know that she still kind of is the secret agent character.
Oh, is she? Okay.
She's got that background, right? She's ex MI6. See, it sounds like I'm talking about comic book character next. She's ex MI6. Chris is ex Delta Force, of course. So she's formally a spy. That's her training. But that doesn't. I don't know how much that plays out in the gameplay. That's just background and flavor stuff. She looks like her. The concept art shows her with this 6-foot-long sniper rifle, right? Which is great. It looks fantastic, and it communicates, that she's the precise, stealthy, one shot stop, get in, get out real quick character.
To save money. She's the efficient killer of the group. We originally had longer hair for her and stuff. We felt that it doesn't make sense in a combat environment and stuff like that, so we decided to cut it shorter, make her a little bit more practical. She has basically another outfit where she just takes the jacket off and she has kind of a bulletproof vest type style setup on her, and so she has more of a militant side to some of her designs.
And she's also aware of kind of how silly her attitude about money is. In many ways, she's the most self-aware of the three characters. So she makes jokes about her own kind of obsession with just the bottom line. It's all about cash. And that's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun for me to write this. It's fun to write for all the heroes, and it's great for me just because we've got the same actors coming back to do it, and I can hear their voice in my head. It makes it very easy for me to come up with what I think of as cool action hero dialogue. Matthias is such a crazy character. He's probably the most fun character to write for because he's so wild and his dialogue is so bizarre. And he's got the weirdest kind of worldview. But I think Chris is probably my favorite character because of all of them, he's the only one that's maybe two-dimensional, right? He's got a little bit of an internal monologue. And if I had to pick a main character, it would be Chris Jacobs because he has the most substantive presence and commentary in the world and what goes on.
Yeah, I'd say my favorite character actually is Jen, actually, because she's so calm, collected, and she's pretty much almost like a surgeon the way she operates, it seems like, and she keeps her wits about her at all times and really doesn't get fazed by a lot of stuff, so she's my favorite. Plus, she has some pretty cool outfits.
We've put a lot of work into presenting the story and the characters and their personality in the second game better than we did in the first game, and it is my sincere hope that that pays off and that everybody gets to see it.